Adventureland is an interactive fiction text adventure by Scott Adams, founder of the company Adventure International. According to most of the research I've been able to do, all major historians credit him and his company for the creation of the microcomputer gaming market. Unfortunately, his company did not last long beyond 1984, and time has pretty much buried the interactive fiction text adventure into obsolescence. For more on this, please feel free to have a look at my opening of the previously published Adventureland Let's Play, run on the TRS-80 Model I. Go ahead, I'll wait. Welcome back. Now you and I are going to be doing this Let's Play together on a TRS-80 Color Computer 3, or COCO 3, using Disk Extended Color Basic 2.1. The game was originally distributed to run on a 16K cassette, but for brevity, we'll be running it from a floppy drive. So, let's have a look at the directory of our floppy drive. As you can see, I have a number of different games converted onto a floppy disk and ready to go. The one we're going to be using is called Adventure. The command for this, being that it's a .bin, it is a binary or a machine language program, is load machine language, quotation mark, drive number 0, colon, adventure.bin, and then execute. And here it spins up. Do you have lowercase? Yes, I do, but I am going to say no because it is easier to read all in one case on this machine. And we have the opening splash screen. It reads, Adventure version 5.73, Adventure number 1 version 4.16, copyright Adams, 1979. Box 3435, Longwood, Florida. Phone 1-305-862-6917. Color conversion by Roger Schrag. This program will allow you to have an adventure without ever leaving your armchair. You will find yourself in a strange, new world. You will be able to look at, pick up, and otherwise manipulate the objects you find there. You will also be able to move from location to location. I will be your puppet in this adventure. You command me with 2-word English sentences. I have a vocabulary of over 120 words, so if a word doesn't work, just try another. Some commands I know: score, help, save game, inventory, quit. Please don't copy or accept a pirated copy of Adventure. Would you like to restore a previously saved game? No. Now, before I get started on this, the first thing I want to tell you is that I am only using the maps. I have not actually written out the way I am going to go through this, and I hope that works out for you. I think it will be a little more spontaneous, and maybe I might make some mistakes along the way. If I do, please forgive me. We're in this together. I am in a forest. Visible items, trees. Some obvious exits are north, south, east, and west. A voice booms out, Welcome to Adventure number 1, Adventureland. In this adventure, you're to find treasures and store them away. To see how well you are doing, say score. You can always ask for help. What shall I do? Now you notice the line there? Above the line is the room or area description, and below the line is the text box that we work with. It helps keep it from being so cluttered, or at least that's the way it was on the Model I. I am a little worried about the screen size and text size when it comes to gathering a lot of the treasures, but we will see how they handle it. In the meantime, let's go east. I am in a sunny meadow. Visible items, large sleeping dragon. Sign here says, in many cases, mud is good. In others, ... Some obvious exits are south, east, west. Let's go east again. I'm on the shore of a lake. Visible items, water, golden fish, rusty axe, magic word bunion on it. Sign says, no swimming allowed here. Some obvious exits are north, south, and west. I came here because I wanted to get the axe. And then from here we are going to go north. The reason we're not going after the fish yet is we need another item or two before we can get the fish. We go north. I am in a quicksand bog. Visible items, a small statue of a blue ox. Now you see the asterisk on either side? That is a treasure. So let's get the ox, and then let's use the magic word, because we cannot just carry the ox out of here. There's no obvious exits. I say bunion? I am carrying nothing at all. What shall I do? Let's swim, because swimming is bad. I'm on the shore of the lake. Visible items, water, golden fish. Sign says no swimming allowed here. And the obvious exits are north, south, and west. So let's go south, because I would like to get something. I'm at the edge of a bottomless hole. Visible items, large outdoor advertisement, hole. Some obvious exits are north and west. Let's read the advertisement. Check with your favorite computer dealer for the next adventure program, Pirate Adventure. If they don't carry Adventure, have them call 1305-862-6917 today. We want to go into the hole. I'm on the ledge, just below the rim of the bottomless hole. I don't think I want to go down. Visible items, flint and steel. Obvious exits are up and down. Let's get the flint, and then let us get out of here by going up, back to the ledge, go west to the swamp, and go west again. I am in a hidden grove. Visible items, rusty axe with magic word bunion on it, jeweled fruit, small statue of a blue ox, and a sign says Paul's Place. Obvious exits are north and east. What we want to do here is get the ox, get the fruit, get the axe, go back east to a dismal swamp. I skipped reading this a moment ago. I am in a dismal swamp. Visible items, cypress tree, evil-smelling mud, swamp gas, patches of oily slime, chiggers. Some obvious exits are north, east, and west. Let's climb the tree. I'm at the top of a tree. Visible items, spider web with writing on it, ring of skeleton keys. Obvious exit is down. Let's read the web. Chopper down. Get the keys, and then go back down and chop the tree. It is telling us to. Timber. I am in a dismal swamp. Visible items, hollow stump, and remains of a felled tree. Evil-smelling mud, swamp gas, patches of oily slime, chiggers. Okay, let's go to the stump. I am in a damp hollow stump in the swamp. Visible items, old-fashioned brass lamp, water in a bottle. Sign says, leave treasures here, then say score. Some obvious exits are up and down. Let's run our first inventory, and we can see that we are carrying some things that are important. So let's drop the fruit. Then let's drop the ox. And we do not really need the axe anymore, so we will drop it. We need to get the lamp, because there is a lamp. And while we are here, let's rub the lamp, because the lamp gives us a diamond ring. A glowing genie appears, drops something, then vanishes. And diabolically, you have to do this twice, so that you can get the diamond bracelet. Let's get the bottle. This is pretty much what I would call the home base, so I will just mostly not read it because the length of text will get longer each time. Instead, we will just assume that everybody knows when we are here. We are going to go down into a root chamber under the stump. Visible items, dark hole, pot of rubies. Some obvious exits are up. Let's get the rubies. And, for brevity, go back up and drop them off. Let's go back down, and then we are in the root chamber. We're going to go to the hole. In a semi-dark hole by the root chamber, visible items, locked door. Some obvious exits are up. Now we already have the keys, so we are going to unlock the door, and then we are going to drop the keys. We want to go hallway, because when we open the door, there's an open door with a hallway beyond. It's too dark to see. If we try to move around, we are going to end up getting ourselves killed. So our next step is to light the lamp. Now, I did explain in the Model I version why I was doing it this way. I never light the lamp until I have to, and I extinguish it as soon as I possibly can, because the lamp has a limited number of tries. Each time you use it, each move is a turn. If you use it too much, you run out of turns, the lamp does not light anymore, and you lose the game. Obvious exits are up and down. We are going to go down into a large cavern with obvious exits north, south, west, up, and down. We are going to go south. In a royal anteroom, visible items, empty wine bladder with exits north and up. Let's get the bladder, and then we want to go north, which takes us back to the cavern. Then we want to go up into a long sloping hall, go up again into the semi-dark hole, and let's unlight the lamp. And from here we're just going to go back to the home base, up, up, and then let's go up one more time, which will take us out of the stump. And we are in the dismal swamp. Visible items, hollow stump and remains of a felled tree, evil-smelling mud, swamp gas, patches of oily slime, and chiggers. We want the gas. That fills the bladder. So let's go back down. Oh, I have to go swamp first, but I was just bitten by chiggers. And that is a bad thing. If the chiggers bite you and you do not take care of it, you're going to develop an infection and die. The solution is right here, in the exact same area as the chiggers. Get the mud. Boy, that really hit the spot. And then drop the mud again. Now we go stump back to the home base, and now we go down, and then back to the hole, and then go hallway, light the lamp, and then we are going to go down into the large cavern, south, into the royal anteroom, we have already been here, and up. We are now in a royal chamber. Visible items, bricked up window. Obvious exits are down. Here we are going to drop the bladder. Remember, it is full of gas. And then light the gas. I'm in a royal chamber. Visible items, bricked up window with a hole in it. Loose fire bricks. The gas bladder blew up. So let's go to the hole. A narrow ledge by a chasm. Across the chasm is the throne room. Obvious exits are west. We are going to jump the chasm. On the narrow ledge by the throne room across the chasm is another ledge. Visible items, very thin black bear, magic mirror. We have to scare the bear. So we are going to scream. The bear is so startled that he fell off the ledge. Let's get the mirror. Go to the throne. Get the crown. Now here, what I could do is, my obvious exit is west. I could go west and then jump and go west and down, north, and then go up and up again. That is 7 moves, which would take a lot off of my lamp. Or I can exploit something in the game here. Unlight the lamp, so now it is too dark to see, and attempt to go east. Dangerous to move in the dark. I fell and broke my neck. I am dead. What shall I do? I'm in a large misty room with strange unreadable letters over the exits. Visible items say, a sign, limbo, find right exit and live again. Some obvious exits are north, south, east, west, up, and down. I am going to go up, and then we will go down, and then we will go east, because we are in a forest, and we are back where the dragon is, and we want to go south. And we will go to the stump, which puts us back in our home base, and inventory. I am carrying the following: old-fashioned brass lamp, water in a bottle, flint and steel, gold crown, magic mirror. We are going to drop the crown. I will not be dropping the mirror right now because there's something we need before we drop it, otherwise it will break. Let's go down again into the root chamber, and then go hole, and go hallway. Again, we are in the dark, so we will light the lamp, and we are in a long sloping hall. Obvious exits are up and down. We are going to go down into the large cavern, down again, in a maze of pits. Visible items. Sign here says opposite of light is unlight. Some obvious exits are north, south, east, and down. We are going to go down one more time. In a maze of pits, our obvious exits are west and up. We will go west. In a maze of pits, visible items, strange scratchings on rock. Says Aladdin was here. Obvious exits are north, south, east, west, up, and down. We're going to go down one more time. In a maze of pits, visible items, thick Persian rug, arrow pointing down. Some obvious exits are north, south, east, west, up, and down. Let's get the rug, and then we are going to follow what the arrow says and go down again. I'm at the bottom of a very deep chasm. High above me is a pair of ledges. One has a bricked-up window across its face. The other faces a throne room. Visible items. Golden net. Sign. Magic words. Away. Look la... Rest of the sign is missing. Stream of lava. Slightly woozy bear. So up above us is where we scared the bear and it fell off. Let's get the net. And then unlight the lamp, because we're going to use that exploit again. Go west. We just need to walk around in order to get it to register that we have died, which we have, and we're back in a large misty room with strange unreadable letters over all the exits. Visible items. Sign says limbo, find right exit, and live again. Obvious exits are everywhere. We already know the exit here. We go up, which takes us to the top of the oak. To the east, I see a meadow, beyond that a lake. From here, we are going to go back down into the forest, and then we will go east, which will take us to the dragon, which is still sleeping, and south, back to the swamp, where we go stump. We already know that we have a rug, and we have a mirror that are both treasures. So we want to drop the rug, because if we drop the mirror is going to break. Now we drop the mirror. The mirror lands softly on rug, lights up and says, "Dragon sting," and fades. I don't get it. I hope you do. What shall I do? It just gave us a massive hint to one of the puzzles. We are going to go up, we are going to go north, and then we will go east. This puts us back on the shore of a lake where the golden fish is swimming. We now have the net, so we can get the fish, and the fish will stay in the water bottle with the water. We're going to return to the stump, so we go south, and then we go west, and then we go stump, and we are going to drop that fish that we got. This interface is getting very crowded. Would you not say so? While we are at it, let's drop the net, because I know I needed the net for the fish. And now the interface is really confused. What shall I do? Let's go up. We are back in the swamp, and let's get the mud. Let's go back into the stump, down into the root chamber, go whole, go hallway, light the lamp. Then we need to go down into the large cavern, go north in a long tunnel. I hear buzzing ahead. Go north again. In a large 8-sided room, visible items, royal honey, large African bee. Now you may have noticed that I got the mud earlier. This puts the mud on me, I believe, and it's going to protect me from the bees. And the water was important to keep the mud wet. If you do not keep the mud wet, it can dry up and fall off. So we are going to pour the water out because we need a container to put the bees in. We get the bees, and while we are at it, get the honey. And then we are going to return the old-fashioned way, which is south to the long tunnel, south again, and then we're just going to go straight up, 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 up into the root chamber. Let's unlight the lamp before I forget. Go up, and then up again, and we are in the swamp. Let's drop the mud, and then go north, and we are with the sleeping dragon. Now remember the mirror? That told us what we need to do. So we will drop the bees. The bees attack the dragon, which gets so annoyed it gets up and flies away. Notice the description above now says I am in a sunny meadow, visible items here, large African bees. Sign here says in many cases mud is good, in others dragon eggs, very rare. Let's get the eggs. Let's go east. I need to replenish my water. So we get water. I need an empty container. Drop bees. Okay. Get the water. In my other playthroughs, I've done this in a different order, so I was unaware that that would need to be done. Let's go south Then we go west again, which puts us in the swamp. And then we go stump. Look at all those treasures we have. Let's drop the honey. And drop the eggs. And from here we are going to go down into the root chamber. Then we are going to go to the hole, go to the hallway, light our lamp. Then we are going to go down, south, and up. This takes us back to the royal chamber where bricks. Remember, we blew the hole in there and we left a bunch of bricks. Notice they're heavy. Do not try and get the bricks early or before you go west to get the crown and deal with the bear and get the mirror, because you have to jump the chasm, and if you have heavy bricks with you, there's no jumping the chasm. We are going to go down into the anteroom again. Then we are going to go north, which puts us in the cavern. Go down into the maze of pits, where the opposite of light is unlit. Go down again, back into the maze of pits. Go west into the pit where Aladdin was here. Go down. This is where we got the rug with the arrow pointing down. And go down again. This is the bottom of the chasm. This is where the bear is hanging around. There's the lava here. That's the important part to remember. The first thing we want to do is build a dam. We built the dam with the bricks. As you see now, it says lava stream with brick dam. We want to pour the water. This pours water on the firestone, which was glowing. Now it is cold, and it has the asterisk there. So let us get the firestone, and let's drop the bricks. They do us no good. At this point, I am going to unlight the lamp. Lamp is off. We are going to go east. We fell and broke our neck. So we will go and just walk through this up to the top of the oak, down to the forest, east to where the dragon used to be. Go south, and we're in the swamp. Go stump, and we are at the home base with a very crowded screen, and we will drop the firestone. Now let's go ahead and count these, the visible items. 1 pot of rubies, 2 golden fish, 3 golden net, 4 royal honey, 5 Persian rug, 6 gold crown, 7 magic mirror, 8 dragon eggs, very rare, 9 jeweled fruit, 10 small statue of blue ox, 11 diamond ring, 12 diamond bracelet, 13 firestone, cold now. So let us check our score. I stored 13 treasures on a scale of 0 to 100. That ranks 100. Fantastic. You solved it all. The adventure is over. Want to play again? I am going to tell it no. For an IFTA, that was actually pretty quick. But I did spend a week mapping and evaluating the game on the Model I. And after making the Let's Play for that one, I've spent some time evaluating the map so I could hopefully do things a little better on this run-through. Now this was actually pretty fun for me, getting to see what other paths we could take from our previous one. I actually like games where the solutions can change based on who's playing it and what they decide to do. I guess in the end the solution for this is all 13 treasures in the home base, but how you get them there can vary from person to person, so yeah. As far as our next project together goes, I've not really decided yet. I'm leaning toward the second saga, Pirate's Adventure, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Until then, if you have any questions, comments, or considerations, please feel free to leave them in the comments section and I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. If you have any requests, I would really love to hear them. But I am still procrastinating on Zork, a huge game that really big. So feel free to share this Let's Play with others. I am always happy to see other people watching these. And better yet, click like and or subscribe. The more people watching, the more motivated I'm going to be to keep doing these. Anyway, be good to each other, and I look forward to our next adventure together.